Listen up, Palantards. It looks like today, we've seen the market is still correcting. Palantir's price is still in the process of recovery. However, massive bombshells has been dropped today. Donald Trump just reopened the opportunity for Palantir. Alex Karp's insane plan has been revealed. And these could set Palantir's price on its foot again. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir's stock is still going through a rough patch, and the correction isn't slowing down. In fact, today it slid even further, hitting around $84. After a major rally not too long ago, the stock has now tumbled more than 40%, leaving investors wondering what's next. One analyst described the situation as a full-blown roller coaster. According to him, the big concern on everyone's mind? Potential defense budget cuts. Since government contracts make up a big chunk of Palantir's revenue, any sign of reduced spending could put pressure on the stock. That fear has been enough to keep investors on edge, overshadowing some of the company's recent wins. But not everyone sees trouble ahead. Some major political figures are still betting on Palantir's long-term success, suggesting there's strong confidence in its future. In fact, Wedbush analysts believe the defense budget concerns might actually work in Palantir's favor. They argue that in a tighter spending environment, the Pentagon could become more selective with its contracts, and Palantir's track record might help it secure even more deals. And let's not forget its recent earnings. Palantir's Q4 results were a knockout. The stock surged more than a fifth after earnings, revenue climbed well over a third, and its U.S. commercial business, especially in AI, continued to gain momentum. The company's growth is undeniable, and it's making serious moves in the AI space, which could be a game-changer for its future. Still, the big question remains, is Palantir worth its high price tag? Investors love its potential, but with such a premium valuation, it has to keep proving itself. Can it maintain this kind of growth and justify its price, or is there still room for a deeper pullback? The mood around Palantir is still pretty rough. People are stuck wondering, should they cut their losses and sell, or should they hold on and hope for a rebound? The uncertainty is real, and you can feel the hesitation in the air. But wait, something interesting is happening. While regular investors are feeling shaky, some even offloading their shares, the big players are seeing an opportunity. Institutional investors are quietly loading up on Palantir, taking advantage of the fear in the market. One analyst just revealed a major move on social media. A massive fund, managing well over $100 billion, just jumped in and opened a brand new position in Palantir, grabbing nearly 3 million shares. That's not the kind of move you make if you don't see potential. So while retail investors are panicking, Wall Street's heavyweights are making their play. Are they onto something? And here's where things get really interesting. Palantir's current position might be a huge turning point. One analyst pointed out that this moment could set the tone for what happens next. Right now, the stock is testing a key level. What used to be a major resistance point has now turned into support. If it holds, this could be the foundation for a comeback. But if Palantir slips just a little further, it could break through that support and lose an important technical level, which might send it even lower. It's a critical moment. The stock is hanging in the balance, and the next move could decide where things go from here. Will it bounce back, or is there still more room to fall? But hold on. Some breaking news just dropped, and this could send Palantir's stock soaring. Donald Trump just signed a game-changing executive order, and it's a huge win for Palantir. The order pushes all federal agencies to start using advanced tech to review and cut wasteful spending. It also requires them to track every dollar spent by employees with clear oversight and report everything to a newly created government efficiency department. This isn't just good news for Palantir, it's huge. And here's why. First off, Palantir is already a leader in government data tracking and efficiency. That's literally what they do best. Now, with this new executive order forcing agencies to get serious about cutting waste and tracking every dollar, Palantir is in a prime position to step in and provide the solution. This could mean even more government contracts and a massive boost to their revenue. But there's another layer to this. Alex Karp and Elon Musk. Their relationship has been making headlines lately, and it's only getting stronger. With Musk's influence in government tech initiatives and Karp's expertise in data-driven decision-making, this could be the start of something even bigger. Imagine a future where Palantir plays a key role not just in government efficiency, but in a broader push for AI-driven solutions across major industries. And if Wall Street sees Palantir locking in even more government deals, investors will take notice. More contracts mean more revenue, and that kind of momentum could easily send the stock price climbing. Could this be the catalyst that pushes Palantir to a whole new level? It's starting to look that way. But wait, this is just the beginning. Because today, Alex Karp made another huge move for Palantir, and it's got everyone talking. A post just dropped revealing that the UK Prime Minister was spotted touring Palantir's DC office with Karp himself. Yeah, you heard that right. One of the most powerful leaders in Europe, personally meeting with Palantir's CEO at their headquarters. And this isn't just a casual visit. This could be the start of something massive. Palantir has been making serious moves in Europe, and if this meeting is any indication, they might be on the verge of securing even bigger deals overseas. Palantir expanding deeper into Europe isn't just another deal. It could be a game changer for the company's long-term growth. Right now, most of Palantir's revenue comes from the US, especially through government contracts. That's great, but it also makes the company vulnerable to things like defense budget cuts and political shifts. Expanding into Europe means tapping into a whole new market, bringing in fresh revenue streams and reducing its dependence on the US government. More countries using Palantir's technology means more stability for the business, which is exactly what investors want to see. And let's not forget, Europe is going through its own digital transformation. Governments and corporations there are looking for powerful AI-driven solutions to handle security, defense, and data management. Palantir is built for that. If this momentum continues, we could see more partnerships forming across the region, securing long-term deals that fuel steady revenue growth. Now, about that price drop. This kind of expansion could be exactly what Palantir needs to recover. Investors have been spooked by the recent correction, but global expansion adds a new layer of confidence. If Palantir starts locking in big European contracts, the market could start pricing in future growth, pushing the stock back up. So yeah, even though Palantir's stock has been dropping, the energy around it isn't fading. With news like this coming out almost daily, plenty of people still believe that getting back to $100 is just a matter of time. And honestly, if you take a step back, this dip isn't as dramatic as it feels. One analyst broke it down perfectly. Yes, watching the price fall from over 100 down to the 90s in just a few days isn't exactly fun, but let's put things in perspective. First off, even with this pullback, Palantir is still up a solid amount over the past month. It's been a wild ride, but overall, it's still trending in the right direction. What really happened here is that a wave of speculators and hype traders jumped in a few weeks ago, pushing the stock up way too fast. Now that the excitement has died down, they've bailed, and the price is just resetting back to where it was before all the noise. In reality, nothing has changed, just the usual stock market circus coming and going. Long-term investors? They're still doing just fine. If you've been holding since a few years back, this drop isn't shaking you. A year ago, Palantir was way lower than it is now, and despite all the volatility, this has still been a winning year. Short-term price swings like this are just part of the game, especially for a stock like Palantir that always attracts attention. And here's the key point. Palantir's business is still rock solid. Government contracts are still rolling in, profit margins are steady, and cash flow keeps improving. The stock price bouncing around doesn't change the fundamentals. This is what happens when a stock gets overhyped. Momentum traders rush in, FOMO kicks in, then they all panic and sell when reality sets in. But the people who actually believe in Palantir, they're not going anywhere. Remember, Palantir just secured its spot in the S&P 500, which is a huge deal. That means more institutional investors are going to be buying in over time. And as that happens, the stock will eventually become less volatile. In fact, if you check the filings, the big players, the ones who really move the market, aren't selling. They're holding. So if you're in this for the long run, this kind of dip isn't something to panic over. If anything, it's an opportunity. Stocks never move in a straight line, and the road to big returns is always filled with ups and downs. Just look at history. The biggest companies in the world, from Amazon to Tesla to Google, have all had moments like this. None of them skyrocketed overnight. But in the end, it wasn't the short-term noise that mattered. It was the long-term fundamentals. And if you believe in Palantir's future, then none of this should shake you. According to him, ignore the panic, stay focused, and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you're curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.